Today I'm going to be working on making a hoist for the hardtop of my Jeep Wrangler 2016 with the Willys package. The hoist I'm looking to do, I'm going to put right above my garage here. I've already actually studded in two 2x4s that I've cut to 24 inches, and I spaced them. My trusses go that way up in the garage, so I've spaced them to match up to there. I kept them about 50 inches apart and a little bit off of that just to make sure they match up, but it's not really centered where I park my Jeep today, but I tried to measure it so it goes right in the middle of the roof. And then I'm going to be using these two hoisting gimbals, and these are from, I got these at Harbor Freight for about 14 bucks a piece. So I got those, and their weight capacity is 440 pounds each, so that'll be a nice weight distribution. And then I got two ratchet straps, which I'm actually going to use to feed underneath the hardtop. And then I got some eye hooks that I'm actually going to be putting into the wood itself up there, and then I'm going to be having these hang off of the eye hooks there. And I got that big one, I got an extra big one there that I'm going to actually mount into the side wall over there, so that I could bring my rope from the top down and tie it off. So I'm not going to actually show the entire process of me putting this together. I'm just going to show you the in-betweens of when I get parts done. Now I have my two hoist pulley system set up. You can see that I got the eye hook up there and it's lodged into that. I got the second one there. So together we're looking like that. And then if I pull this rope off here, you can see I can just lower and hoist that. It's a two pulley system, so your pull kind of takes double the effort. But that's nice because then I can lower it slowly when I want to. So next I'm going to actually back the Jeep under here and show what it's like to get the straps underneath the roof and then lift it up. Now to take off the hard top, I already took off my little T-top area there, I like to call it, but to take off the hard top, you're going to have two screws up front, so there's one here, there's one on the other end over there. And then when you come around to the back, you're going to have three screws here in the middle. You got 1, 2, and 3. Same thing on the other side. You got the 1, the 2, the 3. And then you're going to have this little disconnect here. You're going to have this little red notch. You're going to want to slide that notch over and then just pull down. Pull down one way or the other. Oh, two-hand this one. There we go. So that just comes off of there. So you're all ready to disconnect. So I'm going to go ahead and take my screws out, and then we'll move on to the next step. So I got all my screws here. Another thing that most people, or I won't say most people, I wasn't aware of, is that underneath this little Jeep slip here in your trunk, you have another area that has this pull, this little lever. So you turn that sideways, and then you got a place under here for all of your screws. So you can actually just go in and put all 8 of your screws there. That way you don't have to worry about losing them, because I would lose them. Now I have my tie down strap on. So you can see I have a hook there. I got this laying flush, which means I release the rope. I got it going back here. I got the back window up. So these two straps go underneath, and then you can see I'm up underneath the roll bars and the sound bar. So I'm in between the roof and the sound bars. And I got it pulled pretty tight. It doesn't have to be super tight though, because you know, weight's gonna actually pull this thing down and tighten it itself. Just as long as these are closed and locked up and they're a little bit wound up around here, you should be fine. I just let my tie downs fall into my seats, so when I lift they just kind of come up. So I'm gonna go behind here now, and I'm gonna pull this up to make sure it releases okay. And then the other thing I decided to do is, instead of tying off on the right over there, I'm actually gonna tie off back behind here, so I'm gonna have to move some of the boxes. And I'm gonna have a tie off back there. This is what it looks like pulled out from. I just kind of lifted it up there a little bit and then pulled out. And this is kind of what you're left with. So it's a little off balance. I got to figure out some balancing issues. Obviously I want it to be flat, and I want it to be able to go a little bit higher. So I got to figure that out. You see I got it tied off there in the back. And then that's what the Jeep looks like with the top off there. So that's a little bit of the idea of what you can do. I'm sure you could monkey around with some different ideas there, but a chain pulley probably would have been a better idea here as well. That way it could lift it up and hold it a little better. So, but for now, that's what it looks like. This is the 2016 Jeep Wrangler JK with the Willys package, and that's how we take the hardtop off and mount it. I wanted to add one more thing, so I was able to actually, I just untied the back there and lowered these things down. So I lowered it down to the ground there. I think this will allow you to reposition, kind of find out where the center is, and I would almost try to figure out a way to make a mark on top so you know where to actually center the top pieces there, so that you can lay it flat like this. So when you don't have two people to lift it off, you got a nice little pulley system in place. You could lift it up and lift it off yourself, and makes it pretty easy. Okay, thanks for watching.